What's up, Lingo fans? I'm Justes, and this is Koop, and this is your Lingo News Update.
So the greatest beef in hip-hop history continues. And yes, I'm talking about Ja Rule and 50 Cent's almost 20-year beef. Now, these two have been going at odds for like such a long damn time, and more recently, they went at each other again.
I'm not gonna be together. This ain't no damn unity party with punks. This ain't no unity party with people who don't want the true liberation of black people. This ain't no unity party with betrayers and snitchers and hypocrites and weak-minded, weak-blooded, spineless people. This ain't that kind of party. So you take your raggedy ass on home. But those who want liberation.
Now, Ja Rule posted this after he called 50 a bozo for his tribute to Nipsey Hussle, and 50 responded in the most 50 Cent way possible.
I mean, to be honest,
Yeah.
I don't think this beef will ever end.
As long as 50 is alive, this beef will never end.
As long as either of them are alive.
No, as long as 50 is alive, no beef is ever gonna end with this guy. This guy goes off on every single person, and I think Ja Rule is sort of right.
Why? Well, yeah,
because he says that basically Ja Rule's saying that, yo, whenever this guy has to promote something, he'll start dissing or getting into beef with someone.
That's
like,
true.
for example, his Champagne comes out, he starts dissing Diddy, calling him gay and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
His show is about to come, so he starts dissing Taraji B. Henson, from Empire.
Yeah.
Right? So he's systematically dissing every single person whenever there's something that comes out. So you sort of know that this is all fake.
I think, yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, that's worked for him for so long, so that's why he's doing it. And I think in a lot of ways, that's why people thought Tekashi 6ix9ine is like a reincarnation of 50 Cent, because he's taking that 50 Cent route of literally starting beef and talking trash about everybody and making it successful out of that. Because 50, that's what his like marketing ploy was.
Exactly, and he's been doing it still. But the main difference between 6ix9ine and him was that 50 was actually legit.
What do you mean? In the fact that he was like actually
he's an actual gangster and all that stuff, you know?
Yeah. I think number one, this beef will never end.
I think that 50 is being a little too petty though. You know, like how he nonstop.
50's always petty.
I know,
that's
but
just 50 Cent. Like, if you like him, sure, then you'll take it, you'll accept it. If you don't, you're not gonna like that type of person he is.
I like him, but like at some points he takes it a little too far, you know?
Too far?
Too far, not even too far, too far.
No, I just think Ja Rule has taken so many L's this year, especially with the Fire
This year,
Fest.
he's taken L's every single year that he's been alive.
But
right
it's
now.
worse. But it's worse this year. It's,
the
I
Fire
think
Festival
with
too?
the Fire Festival, it was beyond what he imagined, because he literally is like the staple for what an idiot.
The funniest thing was actually watching the documentary, and you see that Ja Rule's partying and all this stuff. It looks like he's about to take the first W of his life.
Yeah, and then it just boom.
Oh man.
But yeah, I
Probably
don't think
50's happiest day when he found that out.
I think 50 smoked a blunt and watched that documentary and just died throughout the entire thing. He was laughing.
Yeah.
Like, as much as you hate the fact that 50's a troll,
No, I like it, but I think that sometimes like he's doing stuff that's unnecessary. Like he's going.
But that's the part of being a troll. That's like the definition of being a troll.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah.
You gotta. It's pretty much. You know what? You've heard that 50 Cent Game song.
Which one?
Hate
it or love it? Yeah.
You either hate it or you love it.
That's true.
All right. Well, speaking of Nipsey Hussle, there's been an update in his investigation. Footage was released that showed the driver actually flooring it, getting away from the crime scene. And we don't want to really show this video to you guys. It doesn't really make sense to promote it. But this is kind of great because we're finding the truth behind what happened that day when Nipsey passed away. I guess it's just better that we're getting more and more information. I think it's good to keep the people informed.
Well, yeah, what I don't understand is like there's so many cameras and everything over there. It's like why wasn't this like footage found like right away?
Yeah, I know.
It's a bit fishy because in the time and day that we're like living in, you know, even a lot of the footage that's coming out, why is it blurred?
You would have imagined it's like
yeah.
I don't know.
If you have security cameras, why don't you have HD security cameras?
Well, that's just because a lot of people don't have that.
Why?
You'll go to a
Tell
bunch
me
of
Nipsey
stores.
Hussle doesn't have millions of dollars?
No, but it wasn't all his like HD cameras.
But like I'm saying, a lot of the footage that's come out, it's been blurry.
But that's what I'm saying. A lot of people don't like. I've worked at places that have security cameras. Half of them are blurry.
No, even like the ones from the phones and stuff. Apparently.
No, the phone ones were clear as hell. The
No.
one with him, like not to say it so aggressively, but the one with them flipping his body and doing the paramedic thing, that was like close as
Oh
hell.
yeah, that one
Right?
true. Still, I don't know. It seems something seems fishy to me.
I can see why people are skeptics,
Mm-hmm.
but I think the HD camera thing is a little bit too much. I agree with you that the footage has come out late. That doesn't seem like the internet nowadays. That would have been out in the next, the first 2 days, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think there definitely is something behind this. I don't think it was just a plain murder. But with all the stuff that's come out, you just don't know what to believe.
Honestly, man, there's too much speculation on everything now.
Yeah, I know. That's very true. It's very, very true. Like, you can hear one side of a story from the internet and then never see that other side. And
100%.
then be brainwashed to think, okay, this is the reason this happened, or this is the reason this happened. You know what I mean? That's crazy. That's wild. And I think it's happening a lot here too. Kodak Black hasn't necessarily had the best week. First off, the rapper was beefing with T.I.
I'm in Detroit right now. I'm just hollering at my nigga Will. I was hollering at my boy, he say he feel like he gon' die soon. Had to pray for him because he needed more than I do. How can I tell my people that's exactly the way I feel? But I know that I'm blessed, so I don't give a bitch that I deal. Running from the Jakes, I was posted up with a 9 mil. Got me jumping gates, I got credit cards in my high heels. All my niggas fake, that shit kept coming out like diarrhea. Psycho.
And then second, he was fighting with his ex, which we all.
This guy's fighting a little too much, eh?
Exactly. And then to put the cherry on top, he was arrested at the Canadian border, our border, trying to come in. And I would have wanted to see Kodak.
Dude, I honestly don't understand what's going on with Kodak, and what's going on with these guys that have already have these claims to almost go to jail, right? And they have these cases going on, and they're doing even stupider shit.
Yeah.
6ix9ine, he had those cases and everything against him. Then he goes out, he kept doing stupid shit. It's like, when are you ever gonna learn?
Yeah.
This guy already went to jail.
Yeah.
You
think when he first came out, he seemed like he had really been rehabilitated. Not rehabilitated. That's a horrible word to use. But he had learned his lesson, type of thing. He knew that he wasn't gonna follow up. When that Breakfast Club interview, he seemed like he was a very different character than what he was before. But it doesn't seem like that, man. Maybe he was on it. You know how when you go on a retreat or on a vacation, you come back and you're on that mountain high.
And I think that's also he finally got off of drugs and everything.
Yeah.
Because now he's got that lean gut and everything.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I don't know. With him, I'm really confused because he's taking jabs and stuff that I think is so low. On that song, he dissed T.I.'s wife.
Oh yeah, dude, he dissed everything. Yeah.
Yeah, right. And it's like he's honestly attention seeking, when I think that he should be doing that very little now until all of his cases, everything's dropped. Because it's what is he learning?
Yeah.
Perfect example. Look at Gucci Mane after he came out of jail.
Yeah.
This guy's a different person. People thought that it was a clone.
That's very, very true. Very true.
That's how you should act after you come out of jail, not like Kodak.
I agree with you, man. I agree. It didn't at first he was acting like that. That's what I'm trying to say. At first, first month or two, he was acting like he had changed and he was trying to be different.
I swear there were some charges that came up right after that too, because he violated parole or something.
And that was 3 or 4 months after.
Yeah.
And then that's what I'm saying. There's a mountain high that you come off when you come out of jail, where it's you think, all right, I'm going to do everything correct and things like that. And I've never been to jail. I don't know. But I'm assuming that it's like that, where you come out and you think you're going to be a changed person, and then you start to get back to your old ways.
That's true. Alright, so going off of change, actually, Eminem has recently been in the news because he actually celebrated 11 years of sobriety with a photo that he posted on social media saying that he's been not afraid for 11 years. The same day that everyone was enjoying 420, that's the day that this guy decided to be sober.
Yeah, I mean, 11 years is a long time, and I don't want to say this, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. It's been 11 years that Eminem's music has been trash.
No.
Okay, maybe that might have been a reach. It's been like...
That's a reach, man. Honestly, because he's had consistent bangers throughout. You don't think any of the songs that he released were good in between?
Okay, Not Afraid, and then a couple of the tracks in that album.
There's a lot of different albums that were pretty good too. The one with Rihanna.
That wasn't after, was it?
Yeah, it was.
Okay, fine, I'll give it to you. If that was after, then okay, fine. I'll say it's been trash over the past 5 years.
Okay, maybe the past 5 years.
Like Marshall Mathers LP 2 and forward, it's been bad.
Yeah, I like Kamikaze though.
Nah, man, Kamikaze was bad.
What was bad about it?
The entire thing.
But what specifically?
I think he tried to. Okay, so you know how KOD tried to take the flows of the new age rappers and do a twist on it to kind of highlight how silly and things like that it is, but in a very artistic way. I think Eminem tried to do that, but he failed at it.
How?
It didn't work his way. One, he didn't sound good when he was doing it. Two, he did it good, but he still found a way to make it seem like it wasn't the, like if you're gonna go ahead and do that, then do it in a way that's interesting and creative. What he did was just completely shit on it. KOD didn't. KOD was like, all right, this is how people sound nowadays, and let me show you why they sound like this. It's because they're all on drugs. Kamikaze was just, okay, I'm gonna shit on every single person that I've seen do this type of flow. Yeah, that's Eminem, but I didn't rate it.
I think that's Eminem to the core, but I don't agree with you because I think he actually did it like really good.
Really?
I thought if you listen to the songs, there are bars on bars.
Yeah, I know, but then he has stupid bars too. Then he has like, not stupid, but like really silly bars. Like, you remember how Chris D'Elia was making fun of him? Like, napkin, the papkin, and lapkin.
Of course I'm on torrent. I'm driving a Porsche over the floorboards, over the 4 points, wearing the 4 Taurus, getting an abortion and a divorce at the same time to hear us affording. Look what I'm planning. I'm planning to do all this while you're panicking, and you're looking and staring at mannequins, and I'm going to Fannikins trying to get up a Planikins.
Like, yeah, he actually sounds like that in a lot of things.
Yeah, he sounds like that. He's definitely progressed into something that's different than what he used to be.
Yeah.
Right?
Different than what he used to be. That's what an Eminem fan says about his music nowadays.
Well, that's why you progress. You have to be different than what you used to be.
100%, but I think his different is bad.
I think it's still good. He's still doing, like, if you take apart the songs, right? His flows are still crazy. Right? His content is good, right? And at the same time,
I don't think his content is as good. His content is, I'm gonna go out there and prove that I can out-rap you. And everybody's like, okay bro, we know you can out-rap us. Do something different.
But if this was different, did he ever sound like anything like this before?
But that's because he's trying to do the same thing. He's trying to do let me copy their flow and make fun of it. But it's not working.
How is it not working?
It's trash.
That album was like, dude, he sold more copies than most people.
Kamikaze? Well, like,
yeah.
Okay, the thing I'll give you about Eminem is that people will buy his music regardless of it being good or bad.
Well, Revival was tanked.
It still made money.
Yeah, obviously it still made money.
And I'm sure it made a lot. Anything that Eminem drops, it's a lot like Drake nowadays. It's a lot like like icons. You know what I mean? People that are stars in the world. As soon as they drop, like if Justin Bieber were to drop something right now, it would be massive, even though he hasn't dropped anything in a couple of years. It's kind of like that. Eminem, whenever he drops something, it will always be big.
I think it'll always be big, but Revival was trashed on. Kamikaze wasn't trashed.
Kamikaze was trashed on.
By who?
And Marshall Mathers LP too.
That one 100% was trash, but I don't think Kamikaze was really trash.
I would even argue Marshall Mathers LP 2 was better than Kamikaze.
No, I would never say that.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I did like the Joyner Lucas song though. That was good.
I like a lot of the songs though.
Yeah. And then what's the one where obviously is the Machine Gun Kelly diss on that one?
No, it's on the song with Royce 5'9".
Okay, I got you. Yeah. Oh, that is a good song too.
Yeah.
Well, listen. Obviously, we can't agree on this. I think Kamikaze is trash. I think that Eminem hasn't had a good album in 5 years or 6 years. I gotta look at it.
I gotta disagree.
And obviously, Mr. Koop over here, Mr. Glasses and sunglasses, he doesn't like it. So please go ahead, comments, destroy him, and and let us know what you think. Because at the end of the day, that's all that matters. But this is your episode of Lingo News. Hope to see you guys next week.
See you guys.